Namaste and welcome. Today we're gonna tap into two different things of movement, which is yang, and yin, which is bringing more stillness to the physical body, which will hopefully eventually also bring more stillness towards our mind. And the movement we're gonna do in this class, in the yang part, is a movement that I would like you to invite you to find some fluidity in there. If you ever practice Qigong or Tai Chi, or you see that everything is soft in the body, instead of having these very engaged muscles and long lines. See if we can find some fluidity in there. With that, we open the body up, and today we will open up the front line of the body. Opening the body up by bringing some friction with our movement, which will melt nicely everything that got stuck in the fascia, the connective tissue, which we will work with more during our yin series. All right, for this, let's start. I'd like to invite you in a seat like this, what we call seiza. Now, if seiza is not comfortable for you and you're sitting on your heels, not in between, then you can always take a block or roll up a blanket or a pillow for your start. Yes, this will be your starting position, and from here we will move and breathe. We're not going to stay long on the heels, so if that's okay for you, you can also come without. And maybe something underneath your knees, because your knees will be on the floor a lot in our moving part. So I already prepared a nice blanket here. I'll leave that up to you. Good. Finding your comfortable seat in seiza. Having your hands on top of each other, let them rest in your lap. Then adjust the body where it needs to be adjusted. And if anything now pops up already physically, but it's not a big stinging pain, then just bear with it. The body is already opening up on the front of the ankles, opening up over the front of your knees. Just sinking into your seat here, having your sitting bones towards your heels, which might mean that you have to draw the navel in lightly. From there, on your next inhale, you rise through the spine with the crown of the head towards the heavens, while on the exhalation, sinking into the earth, finding some relaxation in your posture. Bringing the hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Just press the hand palms lightly. You feel a little bit of stress building up towards your shoulders, maybe also towards your lower belly or around your navel area. Just keep on breathing. Breathing into your heart space, breathing into your belly. On the inhale, you rise through the spine. On the exhale, you soften in the body. If you like to set an intention for your practice, this is the moment to do so. And take a good deep inhale. Feel how the body is rising from the earth to the sky. And exhaling, keeping your length softly and sinking towards the earth. One more time, inhaling, fully rising from the earth to the sky. And on the exhale, keeping your length and sinking towards the earth. Now opening up your eyes, and on your next inhale, you rise up, bringing your hands to the sky, looking at your thumbs. Exhale, coming back, bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhaling, pressing into the lower legs to rise. And exhale, come back. Now the next inhale is going to be with the arms sideways. Inhaling, you can make a light back bend if you want. Exhaling, coming back to the heart. One more, pressing to your lower legs. Inhale up. And exhale, circling back. We go one more time. Inhaling. And now on the exhale, you swoop your arms back to the earth. Place your hands in the mat. Spread your fingers wide. And then feel that you can press away from the earth, not only through your hands, but also through your lower legs and the front of your feet. And make a stable position, but stable with softness still in the body. You found that for yourself. Then on the inhale, opening the front of the body. And on the exhale, tilting your pelvis, rippling through your spine, closing the front of your body. Now inhaling. And exhaling. Go and find your own breath in the movement. And the movement is as long as your inhalation is. Feeling that slight pause, and then the exhale, the movement again is as long as your exhalation is. Synchronizing your movement and your breath. Feeling how you move in between the heavens and the earth. How the front of your body is opening of your upper body. Especially the area of the abdomen and your chest. And a slight movement in your shoulders. Now wherever you are, if you come to your exhale, you come to child pose. Bringing the toes together, but leave the knees where they are. And gently bringing your hands forward, letting your forehead rest on the mat. Keep yourself connected to your in and exhalations here. And you can play around with the shoulder area. Bring the shoulders actually close to your ears, closing the space in between your shoulder blades. And then opening the space in between your shoulder blades by rolling your shoulders out. Feeling what is changing in the front of your body when you do this. And coming to your neutral. And on your next inhalation, swooping the arms up, pressing into the lower legs and rise. Exhale, hands back in front of the heart. Here we go, inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, coming back to the front. And on the inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhaling, opening and curling your toes in the mat. Exhaling, pressing your buttocks towards your heels. Pressing into your hands to come to a very soft downward facing dog. So your knees are bent, you give your feet some space. And the action is really in pressing yourself out of the earth through the front. And then play with your shoulders and feel where you're comfortable. Also where your chest can be open. And then start to walk out your dog, which is actually working on the back line of your body. Not so much on the front. Just feel how it is to work now on the back of your legs, for example. Alternating between left and right. And then coming back to a steady
downward dog position. Taking a good deep inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, looking forward and stepping your right foot in between your hands. Now making sure your knee is above your ankle when you land your back knee in the mat. Just find your position here. I'm going slow. Just make sure you're safe in your position and that you have your back knee a little bit backwards, because then you open the front of your left hip. Yes. Now on your next inhale, when it's rising, you rise the arms up. And exhaling, bring the hands in front of the heart, sinking into your hip space. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling. And keep on softly pressing with the feet in the mat to give you stability. Inhale. Interlace the fingers and press up to the heavens. Exhale, bring it forward. Pressing the hands away. Inhaling. And exhaling, bring the hands back. Inhale, bring the right arm up. And exhale back to the earth. Other side. Inhaling, rising up, feeling the opening of the front. Exhaling. Placing your hands steady in your mat, curling your back toe, stepping back to downward facing dog. And really feel how the sensations are changing on the front of your left hip. You can take it easy here with your knees a little bit flexed, and you just press yourself out of the earth in the front. And when the exhalation is there, bringing your knees back, coming back to child pose. Watching that left hip, observe what is happening there. Now relaxing the shoulders, your shoulder blades, your arms. Give it some space by bringing the elbows and the underarms to the mat. On your next inhalation, rising up. Exhaling, bring the hands back to all fours. Inhale, open the front. Exhale. Inhaling, preparing to go to downward facing dog, curling the toes, bring the buttocks back, pressing yourself up. Take a good deep inhale here. Exhale, let go. And now stepping the left foot to the front. Make your own safe alignment here and bringing your right knee to the back. Settle into your position. And on the next inhalation, rising up. Exhaling, sinking into your hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, come back to the heart. Pressing with the feet for your stability. Inhaling, bring the fingers together. Exhale, the hand palms up to the sky. Inhale here. And exhale, push them back forward. Inhaling, coming back up. And bring the fingertips back to the mat. Now on the inhale, it's the left arm going up for your twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, open. And exhale, come back. Placing both hands in the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, coming back with the knees in the mat. Child pose will keep your arms softly engaged. Picking up your breath if your heart rate went up, prolong your exhalations. And then on the next inhalation, you come up, you draw your hands towards the back, and then swooping one arm and open the front of the body. You go as far as possible for you in this moment. Exhaling, coming back, swapping sides. Inhaling, opening the front of the hips. Exhaling, we're doing one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Be mindful with your neck. Inhale. And exhaling. Going there, hands in front of the heart for one more round. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, all fours. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, closing. Inhaling, opening and preparing to come on the exhale to downward facing dog. Pushing the buttocks away and up. Now inhaling, stepping right foot forward. Plant the left knee. Exhale, find your position. And then walk your right foot a tiny bit out to be stable. And then you come up. Now you decide what you do with your back toes, either in the mat or flat in the mat. If you do so, you can press with the front of your foot to find your stability. Now we're here and we stay here. But we stay here more now towards, not so much doing a lot of effort, but more softness in the body. Allowing to sink into this left hip region and feeling the opening and the stress we're building up on the tissues there, around the hip joint, the hip flexors and the quadriceps. And see, giving in, letting the muscles go, sinking into the position without going over your edge. This is a tricky position because it's balancing, so you need to keep those feet engaged in the earth to keep your balance, while then the rest of the body can soften up. Bring your mind to the sensations on the left side of the body. And then on the next inhalation, rise up. Exhaling, bring the hands back. Walk the foot a little bit in. Lengthening the back leg. And step to a soft downward facing dog. Feeling how your sensations are changing. Maybe even your left leg is a little bit trembling. So good. On your next inhale, you look forward and you step the left leg forward. Finding your alignment here for safety. On your next inhale, you rise. Exhale, we sink. You can have your hands softly on your upper thigh to press the chest and the front line of the upper body a little bit open, but without pushing it too much. It's the exhales that's bringing us to sinking into this right side of the hip. If you find yourself unstable, walk that left foot out a little bit and keep on pressing with the right also in the mat. Grounding and earthing yourself here while you're sinking into the body.
we can rest our mind in every in and exhalation. There's a focus for the mind, so the body by itself becomes more still, more comfortable in this position. Few more breaths. Maybe there's a little bit more space. And then when your next inhalation is arising, you rise up. Exhale, bring the hands back, bring the foot back. Finding your way downward facing dog. Tapping into the change of sensations. Any down facing dog with your legs is fine. If you want to keep your knees slightly bent or a lot bent, it's good. If anything is trembling like my right leg is doing, just let it do so. It's been working. It's restoring. And then walk your legs out. And on an exhale, come back to child position. Now if you want to bring your knees a little bit wider, be my guests. Have your arms relaxed, maybe your hands underneath your forehead. We've done most of the movement of our class. So really pick up your breath, draw the inhalations in through the nostrils. Prolong the exhalations to calm down, to restore the body. Feel the longer you stay, the more comfortable the body becomes. The more easy the mind settles itself as well in every breath you take. Coming more to a restorative state. Soft and comfortable in the physical body. There where the mind can rest. You might become aware of the compression now in the front of your hips instead of the opening we did before. Both is nourishing for the hip joint and the tissues. We're now just closing the front line of the body gently. We're slowing down the process. Or actually, the process itself will not slow down, but we're slowing down our movements. When your next inhale is arising, bring your hands closer to your knees. And then curling yourself up to a seat, let your head come last. And then from there, now swoop the feet forward. You can take your blanket out. Just place it next to you. You might want to use it for something else. Make sure you have either a block, which we're gonna use on the lowest, so to say, so not like this or not like that, but on the lowest part, or you have something like a small pillow, or maybe a rolled up blanket. Yes, you will, whatever you have will do. You roll yourself off to open the whole front of the body and bring the whole back of the body towards the earth. And just let it rest for a moment in Savasana. But rest in a conscious way that you're still here with us. And just feel the effects of the practice you did, how the body and the mind are going into a rebound, how your energy is flowing, what sensations that might bring up, how the energy is expressing itself. And then bring your hands to your lower belly to really connect to your breath, connect to your center. And start to breathe into the soft belly. Inhaling deeply, exhaling, releasing. And this releasing can be any physical tension, but also any tension in the mind or the heart. When we connect ourselves to every in and exhalation, we connect ourselves to the present moment. From there, it becomes easier to observe what's there without judging. So we just flow from moment to moment, being aware. Good. Now your next action will be softly to bring your feet in the mats. They don't have to go all the way to the sitting bones. Just bring them in the mat and connect to the earth through the soles of your feet. And tilt your pelvis, bringing your navel a little bit in, so you feel that your lower back is going towards the earth. Now you locate whatever you like to use, your block or your pillow. And then with a soft push into the earth, you bring up your pelvis and you place the block underneath. Place it in the long way and not in the length of your mat. So your whole pelvis can rest on it, and it's underneath the sacrum. So not in the lower spine. We're not going to make a back bend either. You place it underneath the pelvis, yes? Underneath the sacrum. And then placing your hands back on your center on the other side. Just leave the feet where they are. They're softly connecting to the earth. And the whole body is finding its way. How now to rest from the center into this block. It might be that the muscle tissue is expecting some movement in the body, or it needs to engage to protect something. You just tell the body to relax. And by feeling the breath underneath your hands, you're helping yourself to flow from moment to moment. And when you feel that the body starts to soften and relax, then trust that block as the earth. If you want, you can gently bring your feet forward. Just feel the change in the body. You bring your heels forward, lengthen your legs, opening the whole front line of the body. And maybe you have to replace yourself on the block if you feel you're scooping over. And you're welcome to bring the arms alongside or to keep the hands on your center. Up to you. Now the whole front line is open. Just observe the sensations. We will stay here for a few more minutes.
Just being here, observing your body, feeling how the front of the hips are gently opening, how there might be a slight pull towards your belly, even towards your digestive organs, towards your rib cage. And these sensations might be light, and for that we have to be present to become aware of them. For every little detail. You feel that there is tension coming to the surface, then you can take deeper inhales and longer exhales to release that was coming to the surface, either tension in your physical body, tension of the mind, tension from the heart. When you feel fully comfortable and there's not too much compression in your lower spine, you can bring the arms towards cactus arms, or even the hands over the head when it's comfortable for your shoulder blades, your arms, your chest. Lengthening more on the front line of the body, opening up this connective tissue, the fascia. All done from comfortability and relaxation. All done from no engagements, controlling or contracting in the muscles. Just to be here with your own body, observing. Going into our last 1 or 2 minutes, if you feel you can scan your body from your toes to your fingers. Feel if there's any place you can let go a little bit more on the exhalations. Relaxing into the posture. Allow yourself to tap in all these sensations that come up. And we open up, so vulnerable, with the front of the body towards the heavens. Allowing yourself to embrace anything that comes to the surface, especially if it's emotional. Just let it arise, observe it, give it space. You have your arms over the head and gently bring them alongside the body. With every movement you do, make it gentle. Just watch the change in sensations, the change in your structure. So your mind keeps itself engaged from moment to moment as an observer. Bring the hands back to the lower belly. Really connect to your center, feeling the breath underneath. Then bringing your left foot back into the earth, slide it towards the earth. Oof. And let your right foot come as well. Just feel the change, especially in the spine. A slight contraction into your belly. And stay here breathing so your spine can realign itself. You decide how close your feet are to where they feel good. Just feeling how everything is connected from your toes, the whole line over the front of the body. And drawing in your right knee. Bring your fingers together. And then just with resting the hand palms on your lower leg, it's enough weight. Don't have to push or pull to draw that knee slightly in. Having the body as relaxed as possible. If you feel that there's any strain coming up around your neck, for example, you can place something else underneath your head to create a little bit more space. And then on your inhales, you feel how your knee is actually drawn away because you make space in the belly. And on the exhale, bring the knee slightly in with a gentle pull. Watching what's happening in the back. Inhaling and exhaling. It's almost the belly balloon directing where the knee is going, out on the inhale, back on the exhale. And letting go, placing that foot back into the earth. Letting everything rest and rebound here. And bringing your right knee in, your fingers over the front of your lower leg. Just have the arms relaxed, so it's the weight of your hands and your arms. And emphasizing on your breathing, inhaling deep into your belly, and with that the belly comes out and the left knee comes out also. Exhaling, drawing it lightly in. Working on your breath, inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, slightly contracting. One more. Exhale. Letting go of the hands, bring them back to the belly. Place the left foot back into the earth. Now letting go of anything that is underneath your head. Then bringing both of your knees in. The belly the block or the pillow maybe needs to be adjusted a little bit so it's tilting the pelvis by itself. We don't have to do anything here. It's the prop helping us to be here. And then with that, you can bring the knees a little bit more outwards. You can bring your arms inwards without having to push or to pull on the feet. It's the arms that are strangling around the legs, and again the weight that is bringing the legs towards the earth. Let the hands be soft, the wrists be soft, the feet be soft. Everything soft as much as you can in this happy baby pose. The lower back is rounding. The belly is in compression. The hips are in compression on the front. You might feel a soft stress over your buttocks, your hamstrings. Or if you feel the urge and it's easy for you to bring the hands in any way to the soles of your feet, you can do so, either from inside or outside. If this is bringing extra strain in your neck, then place your head higher again. Gentle, happy baby. Let it be the weight of your hands, the weight of your shoulders going down to the earth. That is bringing the hip joint to a closure on the front. One more good inhale here. Exhaling gently, drawing the knees back in, embracing yourself. And then eventually bringing the feet back to the earth. Letting go of anything that is underneath you, underneath your head, and with a soft pull in the earth, what is underneath your sacrum. Place it away from you, and then bring the lower back into the mat. Let everything ground. You bring your hands back to your center. Then walking your feet wide to the outsides of your mat, and with that bringing your knees wide as well. Giving your arms some space, going for reclined windshield wipers. So in an inhale, you're here in the center. On the exhale, bring the knees to the left. Stay there for a moment, breathing. When your inhale is rising, bring the feet back in the mat. And just gently exhale to the other side. Inhaling, rising. Now bring the feet together. And then exhale, bring the knees to the left. On your inhale, you come back up. exhaling to the right. Feeling the movement in your hips but also in your spine. Inhaling, coming back up. Then bringing the heels forward for a short savasana. Adjust anything to the body to make you feel comfortable. It's going to be a short one, 1 or 2 minutes. Relaxing in the body, relaxing in your face. Letting your mind rest in every breath you take. Observing the results of your practice. Observing all the sensations in your physical body. And observing your energy. Now gather your mind and really bring it back into your physical body, feeling the weight of your body towards the earth. Drawing the feet back into the earth. And from there, rolling yourself to your left or your right. And very mindfully bring yourself back up to a seat. Going slow. The head above the heart again. Concluding our practice with the hands in front of the heart and a grateful thought. Anything you're grateful for after this practice. Namaste. Thank you for being here. If you feel you want to go back to Savasana, please be my guest. Otherwise, take your time. Keep the gentleness with you.